What is going on, guys? Welcome to the first episode of Backtest and Chill. I'm Matt, this is Chris, and today we're going to do some testing and chilling. So hope you guys enjoy. Let's dive right in. Chris, you have anything you want to say first?
All let's jump in.
All right, let's do it.
Let's start this off.
All right, what did you want to test?
Let's start out with the most common one, probably Euro USD.
Yeah, we'll do a little Forex action.
Yes.
Okay, sweet.
I like Forex.
Yeah, likewise. Let's go Euro, USD, and any year specifically that you're thinking?
Years can start off from 2019, probably.
Okay, yeah, let's try it. 2019, we'll go, what month are we in now? February. Let's go February. And we'll start it off on this, and then we'll just put it to whatever. We'll just start it like from right there. We'll call it, maybe we'll call it YouTube, and let's go from there. So let's dive in, see what's shaking here. How do you like the screens, Chris? Like, is it all good if we do it like this, or did you want to just do it one single screen?
Is this your layout?
Yeah, this is my layout, and I could easily just go like this. Not a big deal.
And I would like to go full screen.
Yeah, let's go full screen. Let's go full screen. All right, let's do a nice big analysis here. Let's go, because this is the new month, so we check out the new monthly. What I'm seeing here, from my perspective, you can let me know if you disagree. Swing low, got taken here, pulled below, so looking more upside. The only thing that I don't like is the fact that we have a swing high right here.
But we're also holding the previous FPT.
Exactly.
From closing inside of it.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Like we have that fair value gap right here. We also took out these highs and we're failing at these highs as well. So I would say I would be more bearish. Just even looking at this is looking a little bit more, obviously, right? We took out and broke back down here, right? We had that change in state. And so looking more bearish, I'd be more anticipating downside, to be honest, on the monthly.
This is a complex scenario for the ones that are watching us, because from the other side to the left, you can also see a fair value gap.
Yeah,
definitely.
Definitely. You can even see it if you pull up the 50%. We're literally right at 50%. So there's going to be a ton of just whipsawing around at the 50% of a range, right? But let's see what happens. We have this first discount fair value gap that's holding. We have another discount fair value gap that's down here. We have a premium fair value gap right here. So we're just kind of stuck in the middle. So our monthly bias is going to be a little bit,
harder.
Yeah, a little bit more difficult. Sorry, I accidentally clicked that. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult, but I'm expecting more bearishness, honestly. Like just especially now on the weekly, you start to see it where we came up, took out this swing high, break back down, come right back up, take out this swing high, failing. It's looking way more like it's gonna go seek that on the monthly. Agreed?
I do agree, mate.
My G, sounds good. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna anticipate that this is gonna break on the week or on the monthly, potentially gonna be starting to seek down into the weekly lows here. Still not the clearest of bias, not the best of biases, but I would be more leaning towards sells.
Have to be careful around.
Right at this 51.
Yeah, it's just a little lower where the reaction block is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right around here. Rejection block would be, what is that? 1357s. 1357s, yeah, somewhere around here. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, yeah. So I think that the range is more down. Like even just looking at it right here, I'm seeing that we took out a swing high right here on the daily. We closed back below. We have a nice swing point here. So starting off the week, let's see what's happening. If it's going to fade back up or if we're going to start seeking lower. Again, I'm more anticipating on the sells. So again, let's just see what's going on. Let's mark out the previous day highs and lows just to be aware. Again, we could consider this was all that liquidity.
Those that are new don't have a lot of experience with concepts. We call previous highs and lows liquidity pools. So these are points that we're always paying attention.
All the major highs and lows are going to be the daily highs and monthly highs and weekly highs, and these little swing points here. And like the swing points are going to be essentially a high, a higher high, and a lower high. So you have that right there is going to be your swing point on the swing high, and that's going to define your range. And so we have a high, higher high, lower high. That's a swing high. It grabs that liquidity and it comes right back into the range. So that's why I'm more thinking that it's going to go down, because we took out this liquidity and we took out this liquidity and we're failing. So again, more looking at that sell side to come. So let's see. Right here, previous day highs and lows. Okay, cool. Let's just go to New York then, see what's shaking. Yeah, so we're immediately just starting to drift down to start off the day. We just consolidate, come back up into this block right here. Let's look at the 4 hour quick. Yeah, 4 hour block right here. Again, it looks more like it's going to come back down. I would be a little bit cognizant of the fact that we have this traffic right here that we're in. So nothing to me right here is super, super high probability. Like I think that it's going to come and take out this low, these equal lows here, which is that previous day low. And we can refine this down into this little block right here as a potential tap and back up. So that's what I would be anticipating. And yeah, again, we just took out another swing high right here, failed, breaking back down. So that's, again, still in line. You can even look at some old fair value gaps that got disrespected at that same level. So I would more anticipate that this is going to be the draw on liquidity right down into here. Yeah. So we are now at 8 a.m. So New York Open. We literally have a setup right here, right? We have a breaker essentially. And that took liquidity up here, breaking back down. Again, a lot of equal lows, a target down here at 14,340s. So it's easily open up. I'd like to see it take out a swing high or something first, though, to be honest. There we go.
What time is it specifically on that candle?
It says it right here, 8:20. It's the 8:25 basically, 8:20, 8:25. So yeah, let's see what's going on on the 1 minute. Maybe we can get a little run here. It looks like more downside to me, to be honest, but let's see. See, it's coming into B9. I do like how this is setting up, because now in that same area we have another failed block right here. And actually, because it's a 1 minute, let's just mark out the whole order block instead. And look at that, we have a shift in market structure right here. We have a fair value gap up here. We have our order block right there. Like, to me, that would be valid for taking. Equal lows, right? Yep. Equal lows, relatively equal lows there. And then again, our target at the daily lows. Only thing is we are inside of a consolidation. So like on the higher time frame, right? We're at that 50% on the higher time frame range. So we do have to be careful that, you know, this could potentially act as a support, but I think it's worth taking, especially because the risk to reward on this one, just down to this daily low, is 3.7. So it's pretty decent. So I'm just going to set a limit. I don't know if you have any reservations with that.
I will probably wait for another FBG.
Yeah.
That's more of my style, but this is a good setup overall. Like, it has all the criteria. We just have to be aware around the 5 minute FBG. If it's hold or not, then that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's also just about to be the new hour right here. And so actually, let's just see how the day nearly is. Yeah, you know what? I might wait for the hourly close, actually. It's good. Let's just see how it reacts. What time is it? 8:50.
With that, for me, I would have got in all.
There, it's all good. Yeah, I wanted to wait for the hourly close, though, because the hourly is gonna dictate what's good. I didn't realize we were so close to the end of the hour. And like, I personally, in the last like 45 minutes of that, or the last 15 minutes of the candle, like, I always just wait to the next one, just because there's always the last 15 minutes dictates how that candle closes. It is usually going to be, you know, supporting, or it's going to give you an indication of what the next candle is going to do with the next hour. And this one, again, you see the candle, the 15-minute, which the last 15 minutes holds this fair value gap into this order block and starts looking a little bit more to the upside here. So yeah, and let's see how that closed. That really just closed with a swing point down here too. So we're just in a consolidation. I'd rather wait for something a little bit more clear on the 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. Now we slid through this fair value gap, right?
Yeah.
Now we slid through that fair value gap. So on a 5-minute, this is sufficient to take. If you look at a 1 minute, there's going to be some gap there, right? We can wait for a 1 minute gap to happen. There we go. So now we have a 1 minute gap. We have that 5-minute gap. So we have a bunch of stuff right here to confirm that it's going to stay and hold. Sorry. Well, so let's set that. I feel confident with this one. The only thing is if it hits these liquidity pools right here first, then
It's gone.
yeah, it's gone. Yeah, which is exactly just straight down.
Happened perfectly.
Yeah, good read, but yeah, just didn't give us that what it wanted, to be honest. And even on the 5, if I were just trading the 5-minute here, I would have had my entry at that inversion gap there. So if that, as soon as that inverted, I would have had my limit there, and then I would have just tried to ride that down. But anyways, all good. The direction or everything was pretty much dialed in.
Yeah.
If I took, so just to recap, or just to go over that first one, if we held, like that was an order block right here, right? And if we took that first position, which was the order block right here, right, then that would have played there. We would have hit some drawdown for sure, but that would have played at a 3.75 R. So potentially something to think about the next time. But overall, great analysis.
Look, like out of the 2 setups, the one that I would would have feel more confident.
Totally. Once you get that confirmation, it's
Yes.
just nice, and I don't know, it's much easier to take those, in my opinion. Like I feel way more like confidence coming out of those. I'm also seeing this right now though. These last sequence of down candles right here, and that just got tapped. Oh, I don't want to delete it. And we took out a daily low in this level, so potentially could see a reaction right here. And we have it's Monday, so probably if it's going to be a consolidation day, we have some liquidity up here, so potentially it can just fade back up into the range. Let's see. Beautiful. That is just a super clean leg there too. I'd like to see 5-minute. Let's see if it's going to take a swing low or not. If it's just going to create a block. I wouldn't take that anyways, to be honest. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised though if this is going to be the last sequence of up candles, and then retest it and go. No, it's gonna bring it back down. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's just not enough confirmation on that anyways to take. There we go. Right down to our key level of the actual block there. Equal lows, pretty clean run. Again, the higher time frame bias is down, but let's just see. What time is it right now? 9:55. Okay. Let's see how the hourly looked there. The hourly was just literally straight down right into that level, and we're starting up this hour coming right back up into the range. So probably a little bit more bearish bias to take out that 1 hourly low, to be honest. But to me, let's see what time it is. It's 10, right?
Yep.
I think it's going to come and take out this high first.
Right to look pretty.
Yeah, it just took that hourly low. Anyways, end of the New York session. We're at the London close right now. This is, where's the highest up candle right here? It's this one here. If anything, that's going to be the breaker, and then test and go. Let's see. anyways, end of day. Let's go on to the next day. Again, the only one for me personally was that one there. If we were going to get that continuation, there was a lot of liquidity down at these lows, but yeah, just didn't get it. Overall, all right. Let's go to the next New York. And let's delete all this stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. It's absolutely essential.
I would love to have my screen clean.
Oh yeah, you have to, man. Like, it's just a necessity, honestly. One of the things I like is that we took out this liquidity up here, and then we have liquidity down here. So I don't know if this is going to hold or what, but again, we are more bearish. So I don't really trust this at all, especially like at the same time, like from this high to this low, we're in the discount, I guess, of that for now, but not really something I really like, to be honest. Let's see. I do like the liquidity formula here, but we do have 4-hour fair value being respected. We have the last rejection block here potentially being respected, but we have traffic right here. So on a 4-hour, what I would have to see personally is that's the wrong tool, is for price to just break back above here, just to show that it wants to get going, and then we can start to see something higher. Or if it's going to fail, then maybe just take out the swing high, close back within the range, and then start fading back lower. Those are the two kind of alternatives, I would say.
Me, it's still.
Yeah. Yeah, likewise, I think so as well.
The hour, yeah, it's left.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Right at the 4-hour, like, or right at the traffic as well.
Yes.
We get like let's see the 50% of this. See which 50% is right up into that. See if it'll tap that and start breaking back down to start targeting this low. I have a feeling that low is going to get targeted.
Sick.
But we are below previous day lows, so I have to be careful. Let's go to, this is 8 o'clock. Yeah, 8 o'clock is already starting down, so I'm assuming that it's going to go up first. Yeah. Okay, so that's 8. Let's see what happens here. This is going to be the big level, right? The 50% halfway in this traffic. And yeah, but to me, the way that the day like this looks pretty good because we have consolidation, manipulation, and now potentially this is distribution, to be honest. Like in regards to the daily cycle, that looks more of a long.
How does that 15 look for me?
Yeah, let's see here. Is building order flow for sure. Right, we have our, well, we can just use the fair value gaps instead of the last point. I prefer using those anyways. Right, body's holding, next fair value gap, holding, and again, it's important to note, I think, that you have a swing low here, you have a swing low right here, that gets taken out on this time frame before it starts to seek external liquidity, which it now just hit external liquidity on the 15. So let's see if this is going to hold here, because this is the traffic. I wouldn't be buying into this right here. Not for me, at least, not yet. Time.
Minutes until 9 a.m.
Yeah, the hourly close, we are there right now. So this is how the hourly is going to close, and it's going to close sweeping this high into this order block. And I would anticipate that because it's holding this fair value gap again on the hour, we're going to roll over. That's what I want to see personally. And this is a nice and clean. I don't see enough for me to actually take this. It did change state right here, and we do have a little fair value gap there, but again, nothing that I would take. Let's go back up to the 5, 15. Again, see how the beginning of this hour is just shooting up. So this is really good if we're looking for shorts, right? We took out a swing high right here. Coming in that 50%. What's that, sorry?
No, we can ride it at least until the FBG on the 50.
Yeah, exactly.
If anything, take majority of there.
Exactly. Let's see if we can get a 5-minute change in state first.
Yes.
Or 1 minute, let's see. it looks like it's just going to start to fail right now, to be totally honest. This will be the breaker if it closes back below this level. Yeah, it does. Is there any fair value gap though within it on the no, there's not. I'm not on the 5. But yeah, like that, this is gorgeous to me in the fact that we just took out this high, right? It took out that 15-minute swing high, accumulates shorts or accumulates buy stops, right? Rips back down, and now we have this change in state of delivery right here. The only thing is I would want to see is a fair value gap, and also if I'm trading this, I would have to be at 50%. I would want to make sure that that I'd be broken even, right? And ultimately, I would say that all this is, I mean, this is just traffic. It's just traffic. So I would expect this to hold, honestly. Like, I think that a valid trade would be something like this. 5 pips stop. By the time it gets down to here, though, the 50%, I would have to be break even, and that's not really enough. It's not even 1R to go down to there. But if this is going to continue back down, I mean, that would be a massive, pretty decent trade. But we have to be careful with this right here. What do you think? Should we take it into this clean leg or what?
Can I take a look at the hourly and the 15?
Absolutely. So hourly, again, it opened up, ran that high into the order block. And so the overall bias would be, for me, would be down, especially after we took out a swing high right here as well, right? Took out that swing high from high to low. Let's go to like the fib, like OTE target -27. So that looks pretty decent. 15-minute. This is the only thing on the 15-minute. We're coming right back. We're going to be coming right into this traffic level. That's why I said it's very likely that it's going to hit down to at least that 50%. But then it could easily just hit the 50% and then continue up. And that's why normally I'd like to see a little bit more like range between here, right? Because at least if it hits 2R by the time it gets down to there, then, you know, I can take off some profits, move stop to break even and be good. But the thing is that there's not enough range. So that being said, let's just leave it then and wait for something a little bit clearer. Yeah, it hit 50% right there, and there you go, it melted all the way back down. I wouldn't even have been tagged in it though. Like my entry would have been right here anyways. But this is exactly what I would love to see. And by the time it gets down into the most extreme point here, in this 15-minute order flow, we would have to be break even, right? Because it could easily just start going back up like that.
What's the only bad confluence, in my opinion?
Totally.
No, I wouldn't take that because of the 15 minutes for me. A lot of my losses in the past have been because I didn't pay enough attention to the 15 minutes.
Totally. And I think it's really good to get into the habit of practicing, like taking really good setups, like stop or having the need to take a setup just because it's present if it's a C setup. You know what I mean? Like if there's only a 0.7R range for you to like, oh, you know, I have enough to manage my position, like it's not worth it. Like, you know, I like to take trades where it's like, you know, you have your setup, you know, you get your entry, and then by the time it break even, you're already up, the full trade is already done. Like you already can hit a 3, 4, 5R just by hitting that. You know what I mean? So it's better to wait for those ones, in my opinion, because I can easily see this rocketing up, and I think you're right. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so it did go down. It did basically touch our target, which was the bias on the day, which is what we were anticipated. Again, no entry for me personally, but great analysis again. And you know, we just wait for the A+ setups and the A+ entries, and I think ultimately you do that enough times, and you're gonna just be profitable, right?
You got so good. Yeah. Now this is like.
It's what, man, it's like ICT says all the time. It's like, it's time and price. Like time comes first. And as soon as you start to realize that, it's like, hey, an hourly candle, if I'm looking for it to be bearish, like I'm expecting it to open, create that high, break back down, create the close, and then that's going to be the bearish candle, right? And so it's like, why would I be entering if I'm trading, if I'm a day trader playing the hourly candle, like I'm expecting lower prices. So why would I be entering when the candle's already extended all the way down? You know, or like, it just doesn't make sense.
Basically realizing where you're at the hourly candle.
Totally, that's a huge key.
is key, especially for our style.
Yeah, man. If you're an intraday trader, I mean, it's absolutely fundamental. And like right here, okay, this is a great example. Look at, you have your hourly respecting an hourly level. So you have time frame confluence where the hourly is respecting hourly. So as soon as that hourly closes within that, that tells you, okay, the hourly is respecting an hourly level, so you're likely going to get an hourly move. Essentially, that's how I at least interpret it. And so now it's the same thing. Now we swept back below this low. What's this right here?
Order block.
Right. And now we have an order block on the opposing direction. We have equal lows. We have another target low that we could potentially dabble into. And now it's just about time. Look at 10 a.m. If 10 a.m. starts coming up, creates that wick high of the candle, and we could start looking for shorts back down into the low of the range. It's this continuous cycle of like, okay, what's, where are they pulling liquidity and everything? And I think it's key to know. You could use this swing high right here, by the way. And I was going to say take a range, and there's the confluence level right there. But let's go from previous hourly high to previous hourly low.
Can I bother you with something? Can you go back to the 15 minute? It's too late there.
Yeah, we changed state here, and you can see on the 15 we were respecting those bullish fair value gaps, and then we just slid through with this one. So again, this is more, for me, this is more going to tap up into this level and then target like that.
I was curious if there was a FBG or something.
No, I can fast forward the first 15 minutes though.
Yes, for sure.
Let's go to the first 15 minutes here. Let's see if we get it. No, just went straight down. But you can see on the hourly candle, look at how that formed, right? Creates the wick of the hour. It actually touched, if you notice, it actually touched the wick. So that's the order block. That's this is going to be a sensitive area, the wick, the 50% of that wick, and then the body, and then also the 50% of the body as well are all going to be sensitive areas. And then the rejection block, of course. That's the ultimate, and I love taking rejection block trades. Those are the best. But yeah, as soon as it does that now, it rips back down, and then it's like, okay, well now, as biased as you are downside, it's like, oh yeah, like I think it's going to continue down. Well, now we're below previous day liquidity, below current daily lows, right? These were made in London, these lows, right? So there's going to be liquidity around here. So the next thing that I would be looking at is upside. Personally, that's how I would be anticipating, or the next move, is to the upside. I wouldn't say it is looking kind of down, but I would anticipate the next move is going to be a retracement back up to where we initially anticipated price to retrace to, right there at that order block. And yeah. So it's respecting this traffic level right here. Right, area of traffic, probably just going to continue down again, take out this low. That's what I would expect. Okay, perfect. And again, now it's going to be London close. So London close, we did the range for the day, right? We consolidated, got this run. We're respecting order flow, so this would have to break. But again, it's London close, so I wouldn't be, you can call it a day. But really good analysis, right? Really good analysis coming right back up as we anticipated. And this is why, like, the flow of events is from internal liquidity in the form of a fair value gap to external liquidity pool, internal fair value gap, external liquidity pool. And so as soon as it takes out an external low like that, it's like, what's the next thing that's likely to happen? It's going to come in, right? So instead of trying to chase shorts here and continue it down lower, it's like, nah, the next move is likely to come in first. Then there's a potential short there at the internal liquidity pool plus breaker and so on and so forth. It's always nice to yeah. Let's
gold and really mini lesson right there.
Yeah, gold nugget.
Yeah. That's so kid. Those are the kind of things. Nothing. Those are the kind of things that when you're starting out, sometimes it's hard to arrange the concepts around this.
Absolutely.
And having logical step-by-step process
I'm gonna argue that that's probably the hardest part, in my opinion. At least it was for me, like, because you get so many different, like, especially in trading, like you can literally Google, oh, how to trade, and there's a million strategies and a million ways to make $1 million, you know? And it's like, well, okay, you have to find the process that works for yourself, that kind of resonates with your personality as well. And then, you know, you can do a lot of damage that way, and you can do really well for yourself if you do it like that. But it's like, if you just are just saying, oh, take every order block and take this, and in the absence of time and understanding of cycles and how the candles are supposed to develop, like, you're literally just wasting your time, in my opinion. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I've seen through my experience. Yeah, so now that we broke back down, right, we took out that liquidity, we took out that external liquidity. And also, by the way, right, we had external liquidity up here, takes it out. Potentially, if you're looking for continuations, you're looking at internal to external again. It fails and takes out external. So the next logical level to be internal. Where's internal liquidity? Fair value gap, plus there's an actual swing high there, or a daily high that was there, right? We take it out. And now we come back. So where's the next logical level? Well, I would anticipate that it's going to be below all these lows. Like that's my next external drop. But that being said, I don't like this, how we have a consolidation, a manipulation. We have liquidity built up here. This could easily do something like that as well. So that's why this was nice shorts levels up here, but this is going to be a pretty sensitive area. I think if it's going to hit down here, there's probably going to get some sort of reaction back up. But these are the types of environments that I hate trading, because it's like this, right? You have a strong low here, you have a strong high right here, you have a strong high right here. Like it's literally, you're just like, okay, select your levels properly, or else you're going to get caught in the middle of high resistance liquidity. Oh man, you have no idea. You have no idea. And for anyone that isn't aware, me and Chris actually we lived together in Costa Rica when I was there. So we were.
That's why my English is not so good, guys. My apologies. I will improve.
No, you dude.
Sometimes I get stuck, and I'm like, oh.
No, you speak better than me, dude. You speak better than me, bro.
But yeah, we worked together, and oh man.
Yeah, just what a life, huh? What a life. A lot of struggle. Yeah. And it's crazy. Like, I don't know, man. The trading journey is such a funny journey. Like it's so painful, or it's as painful as you make it. And I make it very painful on myself sometimes. Like
I want to say that.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like taking those stupid trades that are like in the middle of nowhere, and then you look back at the chart after and you're like, dude, what was I doing? Like, why don't I just stick to what I know? And that's the difficulty of trading, honestly, is taking care of your mind and making sure you're doing the right thing. You know, exactly.
Oh, or exactly. If you stick to it, eventually, like, probability and consistency will.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, these are the days that I just don't like trading in, because
that's super hard.
Yeah, it's just likely to be consolidation, or it's likely just to continue back down. But to me, even though there is a sweep like this, like even though intraday there's like a consolidation, manipulation, distribution, come back up into here to come back down, like to me this looks more, I don't know, to me, like we've had this really like grinding move back down. Like, is it going to come into this clean leg? Probably, like almost like very likely that it is. It's just I don't like shorting at. Okay, actually, here's why. I don't like shorting at low of day. If I'm shorting, I want it to be at high of day or around high of day, right? And if I'm longing, I want to be longing from low of day, right? Like we are right now at low of day. High of day is already up, is all the way up here. We're like, why would I can't look for shorts down here, in my opinion. That's just like, I would have to wait to see something like this. Like, boom, a pop up into here. We get our entry model, then down. That would be like, okay, done, set, right? Because that's London, or this is going to be that midnight high. We have the end of London's high right there. So,
honestly, I just don't know what can happen.
I would say, if I were to guess, I would say, yeah, taking out this low, something like this, and then coming back up to take out this liquidity up here. Look at all this, like all of this is just just low resistance liquidity. So I wouldn't be surprised if that gets taken out like that. Yeah, it's not even going to. It's London closed now, so it's probably, yeah, super late. So again,
as you can see, it's just choppiness.
exactly, just choppy. Like again, don't get me wrong. We could have taken it from right here. You know, we could have taken it at this last up candle and shorted and then targeted this low. It's just, again, these are just not trades that I like personally. I'm more of like, I need to see a swing high get taken first, purged, and then I can start looking for the shorts at high of day, as opposed to just looking for shorts. It's like, oh, well, we're kind of in the middle of this range, even if it is a 1 hour fair value gap, just not my style. I know people that are way better at that than I am, for sure. That just ain't me. Okay. Let's go back up to the daily. I guess we'll do one more day, right? It's 9:44 right now, so we've been on it for about an hour. And then next time you're going to run the session, by the way, Chris.
Yes, yeah, I'll do. I just enjoy watching you a lot.
Yeah?
I'm usually 98% in line with what you say.
That's what I'm Yeah, and I would hope so, because I would hope that you are, because I was living with you and I showed you basically what I know, you know, so.
Matt is my teacher. He's my mentor. Also my best friend.
Best bud, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but he is the guy that they helped me and showed me everything, and I still learn every time from him.
Absolute beauty. Yeah, I'm still learning as well, honestly. It's still like nowhere near to what I want to be. But it's nice to be able to like look back and be like, man, I was reading price really damn well, and I can read it consistently, you know, multiple days in a row, and doing things properly and whatever it is. Like, it makes you, I don't know, it instills some confidence in you. Here, let's actually look at the daily again. We are within this daily order block, even though, like I said, I still think that we're going to be targeting low, right? We took out that swing high, we failed and started running down exactly as we said. I would anticipate that we're eventually going to come back down into this low, right? But we're at 50% of this massive order block that did what? It took liquidity, right? Took liquidity.
Strong low.
Totally. It could be a strong low. Like, if anything, I'm looking for buys here. I wouldn't be looking for shorts now, right? And if I look on the weekly, even what's this on the weekly, is that you have a swing point, rejection block, and also look at the time. Okay, it is, what's the day here? Thursday. So it's at the end of the week, on a week that's been bearish, and we've extended the weekly range. If you look at these candles, they all look about the same. This is a pretty, you know, similar size candle as the rest of these. So it's like, what's more likely to happen here is it's likely to create the bottom wick of this weekly candle. That's how I would be interpreting it. Because again, how does a candle form? It opens, it goes up, it goes down, and it closes up like that. And now, if you're thinking about it in regards to a weekly cycle, you're saying, okay, this is Monday, this is Tuesday, this is Wednesday, this is Thursday. So Thursday is at the bottom of the candle, right? That's to the timing aspect of it. And we're coming right back down to here. And also, if I mark out the rejection block, 50% of that, look at that, literally just tagged it. So more upside, probably coming back up into some fair value.
Yeah, seems a little thin. Yeah, well, that's just so weak.
Yeah.
And as Matt said, the probability of the week retracting a little bit or reversing after expanding is likely to happen today or on Friday. So you guys just have to be aware of it.
Exactly. So here was the open of the weekly candle, right? So we created the wick right here on Monday. We had continuations all down into Thursday, and now Thursday we had a really energetic move down to this level. So yeah, I would be expecting equal highs, maybe even all the way back up into here. But let's, we don't need to get that high.
To add a little bit, or the people that have struggled visualizing this into their heads, we also have the power of 3 indicator now that can.
Oh, good call. Yeah. So shout out to 2 Degrees, man. We've been working on this for quite some time, and the PO3 is just an awesome addition to our our testing, and we got to give a shout out to Tommaso and the boys with 2 degrees there. So what we can do is we can actually just offset it. That's why they're overlapping on this candle right now. Let's only put it to 3, and let's say we want to use the daily candles, right? So we can start to see how the daily candles are forming, right? And so it's really good. Once we skip forward here, you'll see it on the 15-minute. You'll be able to see it. These are all daily candles. So we can start to anticipate, right? When a daily candle, for right now, this one right here, it opens and it whipped back down. And so if this is the wick of the daily candle, we should be seeing a flip back up into the range like that, right? And to have a bullish day. And so it makes sense because we had an open, we had a break back down. This is all the wick potentially, and it's going to get back up above the open of the day. So it's really a really useful tool to use. Okay. And so, yeah, that's basically the power of 3. I love to use it. I think it's just such a great tool, honestly.
It's awesome. It's awesome to avoid exactly what we were saying. Like in my case, I had a lot of losses because I was so focused on the lower time frames, and I forgot completely where it was in time, first of all, and how higher time frames were looking.
Exactly.
And then they were showing me that my trade was a low probability.
Like this is an absolutely great example right here. So it's 8 a.m. and we have, if I actually go to add another candle right here, so let's say 4, what you're going to see is that we have a swing low here formed on the hourly. If we get this, if this hourly candle closes, then at 9 a.m., we're going to swing into this fair value gap on the 1 hour, and that's going to be a good buying opportunity. You can see here too, right? This is the previous candle's high, the 1 hour high is right here. Okay, look at right here. So this is the order block on the 1 hour. So I wouldn't be surprised if price gets back into here and then we start to get the upside, right? If it's going to be going to the upside.
So you get so excited watching this.
Oh, I love it, man. It's just such a cool tool, such a great tool. And so look at that right there. Okay, digging into the 1 hour order block right here, and then I would anticipate upside, honestly. But let's see. Okay, so we took that out. There we go. So we came right back down to the low. Let's actually put this on pause here because I want to see multiple higher time frames. Sorry, geez. We have the daily, we got a really big run. Yeah, it's all good, dude. Like I told you, I can't even speak English, to be honest. And what did we get here? That's where that reaction came from. I believe that's just a fair value gap. No, it's not. I don't.
Looks like a beef.
Yeah, it is actually. The high and then the low. There's a slight difference there. So, yeah. Anyways, all good. I would anticipate it still to come back up probably into this fair value gap, if anything. Still, let's see if it's going to support and go back up. Again, for me, if I'm looking at the previous day's low, it's all the way up to here. So again, I wouldn't be shorted, right? We're way below the previous day low. We opened up, created a high, trended down, put a swing in here, and now we have, look at a 1, 2, and 3. And that's not a head and shoulders. That's going to be a higher time frame swing point, right? That's what we're looking at, not so much a head and shoulders per se. But I do like this, how we took out the swing low, and now we close back above the range here. Let's look at the 15, because Chris, you love the 15, hey?
Yes. I literally was about to ask.
Sure. I knew it. I could feel it. I could feel it coming. I would say, oh, no, that's what I wanted. Let's go to the fib, right in the OTE. So, yeah, I'm still expecting upside, to be honest. This order block seems to be a decent level. We just shifted market structure on the 5 after taking out liquidity into an order block. So to me, that's good. It would just depend on if there's a 5-minute fair value gap forming here. And it just launched. And now,
I had that feeling because
I did too, because I went to the stream and you could actually see it right here. This traffic, right? It gets into this traffic, takes out a swing point into traffic, into the higher time frame order block there at the low, and then of course the draw on liquidity is going to be back up to here. If I went on to 1 minute, I can guarantee there was something. Yeah, look at that. As soon as it shifted market structure, fair value gap, easy entry right there, right on that candle right there. Or if I was being just scaling it on the 1 minute, there was order blocks galore here that we could have taken. Even this one, as soon as it closed back above that, there you go. That's the confirmation to go up. But yeah, watch this fair value gap. Let's put it in green because it's just going to absolutely moon up above this high here. Yep. And again, like as it's developing, like I'm always looking at this and like it's cool. It's just so cool to see like it respects this 1 hour or this 1 minute fair value gap, like all bodies. Then what happens? You have order block, right? You close back above, order block, close back above, zip, just launching. And again, where's it going to go? Internal liquidity, at least up into this high, in my opinion. And yeah, where are we at on the, let's see, actually on the 1 hour. Yeah, that is a fair value. This is a fair value gap, and it is traffic actually right here too. This.
Yeah, I was going to say that we had a little FVG skis to the left on the lower.
FVG skis, brother. And look at, it's 9:45 right now, so I would wait for this candle to close to tell me, is it going to run this high? Or is it going to fail and close back below? Because if it fails and close back below, then I would say that this is probably going to be a weaker low here. Okay, so what we can do is actually fast forward. Let's go on the 5 minute just in case. So let's see how it closed. It closed, right, back below this low. So let's see if it's just going to run this next hourly high right here. Open, creates the wick of the candle and starts breaking back down. Or if it's just going to go and seek higher. We'll get confirmation on the 5 minute here. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, so it came right back up above that high. Again, always using the 1 hour as that reference for intraday is super key. But yeah, now we're back up into this level and it's going to be London close. So this is where I'd be more inclined for shorts, if anything, up at London close, right?
Especially after going down that much on the lower. Like you can see where it stopped. Starts. Sorry to
just efficiency.
Yes, exactly. Just pure efficiency.
Just exactly. So I would like to see some sort of break of efficiency and then it can go. But yeah, you can see it respecting right here too. I would love to see these equal highs get pinged first, then break efficiency and then down. That'd be the ideal scenario in my opinion.
Yeah.
Let's take that off. But again, it's London close. What's the hour? Okay, so new hour started right here. So what I would love to see again is to create the wick of this new hour. If we just put it right here, like this is the open. And let's turn that into a different color, maybe like blue, right? That's the open of the new hour. So this is potentially creating a wick, right? An up wick. Let's see. I was just going to accumulate.
Yeah.
Nothing going on here. Anyways, it's 12. Right, we look at the next hour. Yeah, nothing there. And again, it's past London close now. So I would have liked to see 11 o'clock do the damage and then we can start running down. But yeah, that's basically it for that day. Let's see, fast forward. Look at that. Right, for the hour. So check out those highs. Watch the hourly candle. Okay, the 12 candle. Where is it?
Big sweep. Those equals.
Exactly. That's the open. So we get the wick of that hourly candle form right here. We break back down and look at that. There's your change in state of delivery right here. And we have some fair value gaps up there, so you could have easily just set your order there, stop up there. And now, again, where are you targeting? Below efficiency, for sure. I'd be targeting at least down to there. And if it fails, then you'll see something down here. You have to be careful of this, though. This will block, right? Because that's the traffic. We broke back above that traffic, so it could easily get down into the 50%, which is also, you see the 8:30 a.m. open. And there's also a little bit of a block right here that caused a pretty significant up move. So I would expect for the next move to at least come back down into around here. So
I would cut if taken majority of the profit there.
Yeah, exactly. And look at that, right? So got that short right from the 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. Again, that's a little bit late for me personally to be entering the position. So that's why I just fast forwarded through it. But yeah, you have to be careful of the traffic that's in here. But again, it all depends on time, because look what happens, right? It hits this level at the daily close. And then what happens? Let me just delete it all. Delete everything. What happens? Going into the new day, you have consolidation. What does the day start out as? It starts out by running that consolidation. It also takes out previous day lows, right? And so then you get the change in state and all the way back up. So, I mean, timing is really key. And this is the Friday, remember? So Friday's likely to be more of a buy day. And so if it takes out the previous day low on this whole bearish weekly candle, it's like, man, this is a great opportunity here to go long potentially, right?
Yeah, it can be a buy day because we were shorting all week.
Totally, exactly.
That can take this out of context.
Totally, man. That's a huge part of it. Like if we count the days, what was this? This was Monday here. Oh man, I wish you could help. I wish we could share the screen and you can help me write down everything too. This would be nice. Maybe in the future we can have that at FX Replay with sharing for more collaborative
session
events, you know? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's the word I wanted to say. See, that's what I'm saying, man. You speak way better than I do.
I wouldn't be able to watch it. Running the screen.
Yeah,
well, yeah. Especially how you do that with the pencil. Oh man.
Yeah. Oh, it's just years, man. That's the thing. It's like I've been trading for like what, 7 years now, and with TradingView for basically all of those years. So it's like, I don't know, it's just second nature. Although the stream does kind of get me a little bit anxious, to be honest, doing all the stream and everything, because that's all new. Sometimes I click the wrong stuff, but
I'm telling you guys, the next time when I'm taking the wheel, I'll be doing just one day, and that's gonna be hour.
Yeah, it's all good, dude. We'll blast through it.
We'll get
but yeah, it's exactly. That's why I'm not concerned. But yeah, like this was the whole week, right? And so this is exactly what Chris was saying, where we had this up, that creates the wick of the week. We have this bull down week, clear bearish days. So if I'm bearish, you're basically wanting to sell from that midnight open or above, right? That's the ideal scenario, right? Selling from these above these midnight opens, okay? But a lot of the times, again, I wasn't fully biased, completely biased all the way down into here. I was expecting maybe a different or some sort of move below all these lows, but we were bearish on Monday, I believe, and Tuesday it was, right? So yeah, now that we're at Friday, we've ran the whole weekly range. We took out a daily low, and we're likely going to be creating the wick, right? So here's the open, and maybe this ends up being the close somewhere around here, but then we get this wick, and we get this wick up to here. And so that's the weekly candle now, and that's how it developed. So that's really important to know. I think that's super key.
You can actually leave that to see how the weekend.
Yeah, how it closes.
Yeah.
I would say it's probably just going to, and this is actually what ICT calls the TGIF play here, which is when this does happen, you go into your fib, and TGIF is, thank God it's Friday, by the way. And so you'll probably get a 20 to 30% retracement. So if I put the 0.2, 0.3, and you can see, look at 0.2, 0.3. I would personally say it's going to get up to the 30% retracement, just because there's a nice little high right there. And I know that that was a continuation short from the previous day. So if traders are still in their position, this is probably going to be used as a breaker block right here. Right? And then tap it, go in up to that high. That's what I would anticipate an end of the week to look like. So we might as well play this last day. We did a week, and we didn't get any trades actually, which is fine. Which is totally fine. But yeah, I would say that right here, and you can actually see too, there's also traffic right here. So it's probably just going to remain pretty efficient all the way up to there. meaning that price is probably just going to go like this, consolidate this, maybe a little bit of a sweep like that and go.
And because it's Friday and probably it doesn't have that much time.
Exactly. So right here, right, we take out a swing low. We're coming right back down into this 50% of this traffic. I would assume it's just going to keep going up. Let's see how the hourly looks. Okay, so hourly bearish candle coming back down into this last sequence of down candles right here. So that's the order block. So yeah, I would expect this to still go up, to be honest. Let's look on the 1 minute. Let's see what's shaking. Beautiful little clean leg. Where to? Traffic. Right here. Potential change in state of delivery right here. Let's see. Shift in market structure, equal highs, draws. Let's look at the 1 hour again, just to see what's shaking. Again, what time is it? 9:46, so it's, again, at the end of that hour. But yeah, we have that 15-minute fair value gap right here, and you can see that the 15-minute has just been supporting so gorgeously. Let me take off this, and let me take off this to show you, right? 15-minute been supporting gorgeously. We took out a low. Now we have a swing point on the 15-minute. So I'm bullish for sure. I'm more looking at the highs to go. At least this high is going to get taken right here where I have marked down. And then if that gets taken and it closes back above, then you have a 5-minute inversion gap. Yeah, inversion there. Exactly. So let's see how I'm going to wait to 10 a.m. personally. Go for it. All right, we'll see if it can close like that on the 5-minute. There you go. So the 5-minute did close like that. Dabbling back down into here, but this is why we always wait for the hourly, right? This is what I mean. The last few minutes, it's like you're trying to just scalp that or take that trade long, and it's like the last 5 minutes just determines the whole candle, right? Like, to me, it's just crazy to me. After you start to realize that, it's like, dude, what was I doing before, you know? Like, just chasing stuff. Yeah, now we have a swing low getting taken, and it comes into a fair value gap, right? And it failed to close below that swing low. So there's a lot more confluence here for longs than there was initially. So let's go to PY here.
I was like sus about it, you know?
Totally. Because look, this is what I was saying before. This last sequence of up candle takes out a swing high right here. What's that?
You asking me?
Yeah. Exactly. And that's an order block, right? A fair value gap order block right there. So this is one of those things where it's like you're looking at this long to hold, but then it's also, there's this right here. It is the opposite direction. So it's like, these are the ones that I just wanted to stay out of anyways. Like, again, it's hard though, because in real time, you're like, oh no, but I'm biased up and there's a buy setup and it's probably going to use this as liquidity and whatever. But I don't know, man. Trading can be a little tough sometimes for sure. But yeah, I would say the hourly, that's how the hourly closed. So let's see how this next hour is going to open. I love that clean leg though. I think that as soon as it gets back above this right here, which that little gap, I think it's going to just skyrocket. Yeah, it's supporting. And at 10 a.m., let's see, where was the 10 a.m. open? Here, right there. Which is also the traffic as well. Yeah, I am tempted to take this one, to be honest, but there's not enough of a fair value gap. But I would anticipate it's just going to rocket from here. Let's see.
Okay.
And let's see, from this high to this low. Right, so we're up at the 50% already. Yeah, so just broke back down. See, right at the 50%. That's why, like, again, I would want to, if I were to enter that position, there has to be enough range to the 50% before I'm like, you know, before I would take that.
You guys can see my facial expressions. Whenever he said, like, I'm like, oh, that opportunity is not good.
Yeah.
The entire week was an empty one.
Yeah, it actually just respected this on the other side right there. I actually didn't even realize that. I was too busy looking at the long scenario. But yeah, it failed that 15-minute gap there, and that's where you're getting a pretty substantial move from. But again, like at the end of the day too, I'm not looking for shorts here. I'm looking for the longs up into that 20-30%, which 30% was above this high, and it was a Friday, so that's what I was personally looking at. And so potential bias being wrong today. And why was it wrong? Well, look at right fair value gap above all this liquidity right up here, right? All these equal highs. Look on the 4 hour, maybe, yeah, you can see it better. Look at 3 equal highs there, right? Into that fair value gap like that, respecting on the 1 hour, 5 minute, it changes state right here, comes back up, 8:30 a.m. open. That is the order block right there, and breaks back down. And actually this one right here was a potential opportunity here. I would have had my entry higher anyways. If I were even looking at short, which I wasn't, I wouldn't claim to be looking at shorts there anyways. But yeah, if I would have been looking up higher, right where that block was right there, that's probably where I would have been looking for shorts, if any.
There's a beautiful.
So let's see how this hour closed. Just closed bearish as ever, and we slid right through this gap like that. So we just expect more bearishness, honestly. And you can see right here, right on that 1 hour, comes back up into it, fails back down, but we're at the most extreme point here. So this traffic right here, yeah, nothing that I would be taking here. Now that we took that low, the wick of the weekly candle, this is the wick, like this is the low of the week right here, right? So the wick is starting, and here we just had a little change in state of delivery after taking out these lows. So if I was trading in London close here, I'd be looking at this personally, looking at a long from this level, probably up into this high, up into this level here. There we go. But again, not enough room to be playing that, in my opinion, for me. But yeah, respected that inversion gap. Order block actually came in right there. Rejection block actually even right here. Right to that target. That was it. That's the end of the week. Didn't get any trades. Fortunate, but
That's how it is.
That's how it is. That's how she goes. But I think there were some good lessons. Maybe this one, honestly, I probably could have caught short. I was just not looking at the longs. I was really anticipating it was going to get up to here for the TGIF, but it did hit the 20% of the retracement. But this is this style I really like. Typically, right, is the high of the day. You have high of the day. You're operating at high of the day, so you should be looking at shorts at high of the day, right? We shouldn't be looking at longs, which is what we were looking at with the bias that it was going to go up higher. But it just goes to show you, like, man, a lot of the times, like when you're at high of the day, not a good time to be looking for longs, typically, right? So, I don't know. Traffic, just making lower lows up and down into the major liquidity. So this is a classic play for me, actually. This is a market maker sell model, so I just completely squandered on this one, but all good. It is what it is. I'm getting pretty tired now that it's 10:13, so I guess.
Wait.
Yeah, should we call it? Should we call it a day?
Yes. See you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you got some value out of this at least. Next time, Chris, you're going to be running the show here, so yeah, my man. Thanks
I'll put my best to get at least a couple of days going.
Yeah,
you.
Yeah, but still get one trade at least, man. Maybe. Who cares? Damn.
Whatever. For being the first one,
Yeah, I think
it might not be the most exciting one for all of you guys, but I promise you that if you're learning or if you have been in the game for a while, you'll see value in a lot of moments that we had in this conversation.
I think so. I hope so. That's the ultimate goal, is just to make it so that, you know, it's just another resource to learn from. And it's like, you know, we're doing all the testing live. Like, we're going to make mistakes and whatever.
With that tool.
Yeah, with the best tool in the world, FX Replay. So make sure to sign up. Make sure to sign up, guys. We have a lot of stuff coming, a lot of special things coming, and a lot of updates to the platform that are going to be unbelievable this year. So I really hope you guys are fired up, because I sure am. And I know Chris is. I know everyone is on our team. So, yeah.
And every time I get a sneak of what we're going to bring, I almost swore. Super excited.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, no, likewise, man. It's super exciting to see, and like we have just such a phenomenal team. So yeah, I'm excited. Stay tuned, and definitely, again, if you are, try it out. We have a 5-day free trial, so check that out, and we will catch you guys in the next one.
Yeah.
Cheers.